Can you guys hear me now? Okay, there it is. Can you guys hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Thank you, Spottum, for what you just did just now, but can you guys hear me? Alright. Alright. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I finally went live. This is the first time I've ever used Restreamed out in the open, so let me know if you guys can hear me, if you have any problems. Thank you, thank you. I'm just waiting to see who else shows up or who else comes in. Peace. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I do have my Restream link pinned to the comments, so if anybody wants to come up. But I decided to go live today because, it's Friday. And I just was like, let me go live while nobody else is really going live or in between everybody else is going live, you know, put some people to sleep, you know how it is. You know how it is. So how's it going? I see that there's a lot of drama in the sector. There's a lot of drama in the sector. I wonder if you guys can see. Let me change my image. Let's see. Wow, it's stuck on that page, huh? Let's see. Let me guys know if you guys can see my graphic change, because it doesn't look like it's changing. Do you guys see my overlay? No, it's not changing. Google Chrome sucks. No, it's not changing. Let me see. We just see you see the overlay now? Okay. All right, finally that it changed. Finally that it changed. All right. Okay, I'm getting on to something. All right, so I came live today because I just wanted to, troll a little bit, have a little fun. Um, Let me see if I can add a different overlay. All right, we're getting off to a good start now. Okay, I didn't figured it out. But if anybody want to click on my link, you can. It's pinned to the top. But I'm going to go ahead and start a little topic. Yes, my channel is this live is called What a Bird So I wanted to go into that a little bit and analyze what a bird is, because I think a lot of people don't really know what we mean or what people mean when they say bird. So I came up with a little overlay to describe what a bird is. So, mostly commonly used to describe a woman that one is aware of as being materially obsessed and morally corrupt, but nevertheless finds highly physically desirable for the moment. And so, yeah. Sorry about that. I muted myself. I do that a lot. No, so birds really are easy prey to a man. Okay? And so I just wanted to point that out. Birds are very easy prey. When a man sees a woman and he's visually attracted to her, if he has any sign that she's a little simple, he's going to make his move on her real easily. She's easy to get at. So, birds, I'm looking at the comments. Look at Pacific. So, welcome, Pacific. This is the first time I've seen you over here, or maybe second time. Hey, Miss T Pre. So, still no sound? No sound still? Am I moving my microphone around? Oh, okay. You hear me? Okay. I'm like, Money to Burn can't hear me. Okay. 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 You guys can hear me. All right. So, why do you guys think that I came up with this topic today? because we have a bird in the sector who thinks that she's relevant. She thinks that people are jealous of her. And I keep asking the question, what has she achieved or accomplished for me or anybody to be jealous? I'm trying to find out how anybody can be jealous of somebody that has not accomplished anything. So I had to come up with an accomplishment, right? So I thought that a bird is an accomplishment. Don't you guys think a bird is an accomplishment? Now, that's not something that I want to be, but this is an accomplishment. This is the only accomplishment I could come up with for her to think that I would be jealous. So I just wanted to point out, how can I be jealous of a bird? And this is the definition of what I found a bird to be. So, is this something worth being jealous about? So, Brad, how am I a bird? Can you please define how am I a bird? What makes a woman a bird? And if not, are you married to a bird? Do you date birds? She rubs more feet than me, all of us. Okay, that might be an accomplishment. I seen your definition, Brad. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, I see your definition. So define how a woman would not know she's a bird. So I'm trying to find out from you, how would a woman not know she's a bird? Hey, keeper. If somebody like to come up and tell me how. What their definition of a bird is, if it's different from mine. Okay, I got you. I'm not offended because I don't think I'm a bird, so. Hey, Spanum, is there a way when people click on the link for a StreamYard restream that it shows it where their camera doesn't come on, or do I have to put false? Let's see if that link works. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, YM. No, it's just like I don't get offended when people call me a bitch because I don't feel that I'm a bitch. So I don't get offended by those things. I don't get offended when people call me things that I know that I'm not. That, it's just those things don't trigger me. But for some reason, someone in the sector is triggered by when they hear the word bird. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they either don't know what the bird is, the word bird is, and I don't think they understand why they're being called a bird. You would think about using Restream. Yeah, I think Restream is better than StreamYard. Carla says your definition is flawed because she has not decided the pecking order. She's actually being led by a foul rooster, so fall back. Hi, Keeper. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think that what I notice about in the sector is that a lot of people I think they can trigger people that can't be triggered. Like I'm one of those people that don't really get triggered. It may seem that way, but I'm not. I don't really get triggered by anything that's said online. So, okay. Now too big, I can accept that definition. All right. So, Brad, that's a good question. I may not feel that I'm a bird, right? So, here's the question to you, right? So, what would make me a bird? Like what are my characteristics that I have to have that will make me a bird? So, you're trying to conceptualize bird as being as defined as a woman? Yeah, but there's male birds. So, you can't say a bird is a woman. Now, if you're describing a woman as being a bird, using more of a descriptive term, which this is what it is. This is well, when someone calls a person a bird, they're using it in a derogatory term. They're saying you are a bird. Just like when someone says the N word, like you are a bird, like is they're insulting you. They're not. That's not a compliment. I know you answered, but we're asking you to clarify your answer, Brad. You're not clarifying it. You're just making a blanket statement. So if bird is a derogatory term, like when someone calls you a bitch, why would somebody call you a bitch? Because, you know, out of anger. Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to know what the chat thought of the characteristic of a bird. Like Carlin says, a bird brain. See, I think that there are women that are like really, really simple minded, and that when they are, let's say, attractive, very attractive, and then, like you ever heard, of dingy women, ditzy women like that, men typically see that they're easy women, so they kind of are attracted to them. I like Keeper's definition. She said, my definition is a goofy, foolish, silly person or scatterbrained person, a pea brain. What do you mean I'm not going to read it? I tried to scroll up to see where it was. I saw a short version of it. Let me see. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. My bad. A bird is a woman who can't think for herself, which causes them to parrot other birds' talking points so they can't fit in with the flock. Okay. These birds also tend to group together for safety because they are afraid to fly solo. Once together, the biggest bird shows her dominance by chirping the loudest. Okay, so I read it. Keeper says, someone who speaks before they think, random rambling, flipping their broken wing. So here's too big for skinny jeans says a bimbo. So it seems like Brad's definition is evolving into more of what we were talking about when you use it as a derogatory term towards a woman. Keep reading. Okay, let me scroll up. All right, so I read that. Oh, okay. So that bird then decides the pecking order amongst the other birds. Oh, and that bird usually don't know they birds. But let me ask you this question, Brad T. What if there are women who don't roll in groups, who don't roll like that? So like there are women that don't roll in groups. Like I have a tomboyish personality, so most of my friends were guys. So I have guy friends. So am I a bird to them? Oh, okay, Brad. Now we're on to something. Yeah, it has. And in this situation, it's being used as an epithet for a reason. Because when women get frustrated with another woman, or when a man gets frustrated with a female, he calls her a bird. Well, nowadays they can be called birds now, Brad, because if a man could change and be in the Olympics and run or swim or do it anything with women, they could be but called birds now. So okay, so yeah, so in this sector, women we're using bird as an epithet. So we're literally cussing at a woman. We're literally saying, you know what, you're a bird. Like I ain't got time for you. You just a bird. So when women get frustrated with another woman, that's what they call them. Also, when you say we're acting like birds now, so you think that there's some woman leading the charge, and some woman is leading the charge. Hey Vesper. So some women are leading the charge, and so we're all flocking together like birds. So when women like organize or come together, or they decide to do things as a group, or they they communicate, or they agree on something, they become a bird. Is that what you're trying to say, Brad? So So when men come together, right, and they go play basketball, or they all, or they come together against anything, what do you call that? What do you call when a group of men decide to come together, even if it's just to play basketball or to talk or anything like that? What do you call a man? So you think that Carrie is a bird and that the little birds are following her. So you think that everybody's just flocking to her because you guys as men don't like her. Well, the topic of discussion was about birds, the definition of a bird and how bird is being used as an epithet. But Brad wants to change the subject about how women in the sector feel a certain way and believes that Carrie is the reason why all the women are coming together, it seems like. So you're saying that we're weak when we're solo. So we're all coming together because we're weak when we're solo. So so okay. So let's examine that, Brad. Since this is about me and you going back and forth. Let me let my dog out. All right. So you're trying to say that women can't be strong solo. So where are we supposed to be strong at? Where are women supposed to be strong at? So if a man is coming for me, right? Where am I supposed to be strong? So you think that when a man is attacking a woman, that women flock together. So let me ask you this, Brad. So when you saw George Floyd being killed by the police, right? And you being a black man, right? Right? Did you flock with other men and tell other men, hey, this isn't right? They didn't kill this man. Is that a fair analogy? Oh, no. YM, we are talking about one bird. There's only one bird in the sector. But Brad has an issue with women altogether. So now he's making a different statement. So you're saying that you can't compare racism and oppression to being a bird. Okay, well, I'll say it like this. What about when women could not vote and women could not do any of those things? So when women start standing up for their rights, are they a bird for that? So are you saying, okay, Rosa Parks is a bird because everybody rallied behind her because she didn't want to give up her seat, even though there were many women who didn't want to give up their seat, but they were killed. So my question is, I'm not saying racism or oppression. You're making this a woman argument, Brad. You're basically saying that if a woman in a sector sees something wrong and they chose to speak up with other women, that now they have a bird mentality. That's what you're trying to say. And what I'm saying is that what do you call men who do the same thing? Let's say this. Let's say a man was wrongfully accused of doing something, right? Wrongfully. And you were outraged about it. So then other men were outraged about it. And so they all came together. So does that make them bird? See, Brad, you want to use the word you want to use an epithet to criticize women because you want to see when you use the word bird, you using it's like you making it like, okay, these weak-minded women are coming together with other women and now they're rallying against. This is not a man and woman argument. This is not a man or woman argument. This is an argument about using bird as an epithet and how someone in the sector doesn't know what it means to be called a bird. Brad T is not going to come on the panel because he's always going to make his argument in the chat because he says that we're weak, but I wasn't weak enough to start a channel and I wasn't weak enough to get on anybody's panel. So who's weak? That makes me a lot stronger than you, sir. It only takes one. Does anybody agree? Brad said women are birds because they're weak. But here's a stronger woman who that took a chance, went live to have a conversation. Oh, you been on the panel before? Okay, but you ain't never been on any of these panels. I've never seen you on a panel. So if you got a lot more to say, then if you've been on panels before, hit the link, sir. Hit the link. I even mirror it where it says false to help you out. But hit the link. You have so much to say. Because I've never been a follower. And in my real life, I'm in a leadership position. So I know I can't be much of a follower. See, sometimes men say things, but they don't have anything to really back up what they're saying. I get what Brad T is trying to say, but in this situation, he's trying to attack a woman in a sector that people kind of ride with, but it's a personal choice. All right, keeper, I can take that. The roe bird does not know how to flock together as a unit for the survival of all birds without that flock. The roe bird is weak and falls by the wayside. Danny said, I don't know what's going on with life solutions, but he be having me rolling. I know it's a simple argument, but your argument is an observation. Your argument is your opinion. Your argument is your opinion. So keeper used bird not in as an epithet. She used it as scientifically speaking, that is how birds roll, right? But in this sector, people are using the word bird as an epithet towards one person. No one has ever called anyone a bird other than one person. And the reason why this one person is being called a bird is this one definition that I have here. I know that's what he wants to say, keeper. He wants to call us all birds. But is he using it as an epithet? In a sense, he's trying to use it as an epithet because what he's trying to say is that because someone in the sector he doesn't like or he doesn't agree with 100% most of the time ever, he's saying that we all are coming together. And then, now he's becoming defensive. But what I'm saying is this definition only applies to one person. And if this is an accomplishment or an achievement, and if I felt this was an accomplishment or achievement, then I can say I was jealous. Because that's basically what this is about. That's your opinion, Brad. That's because a party you are anti-woman. You take personal issue with certain women in the sector because I just know you as trolling around, but you take personal issue. So you want to group everyone together behind a particular issue. That's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. It's still not going to like I'm not going to ever be triggered by what you say because I don't feel it applies to me. Plus this is the internet. You don't know me personally. And then you said I was a bird at some point. I've always, I don't even have a sister. So I've always had, I got a lot of men in my family. So, it's kind of hard for me. I had to flock with, I guess, the lions and, tigers and bears, I guess. He doesn't want to say her name. He doesn't want to say her name. But my thing is that this is not an accomplishment and this is not an achievement to be this. But this is who she is. Morally corrupt. She's definitely morally bankrupt, if you ask me. Right. You think we take it personal? Or we just come here to say what we want to say? Right. How you gonna come into a space with women, right? And then talk and then say we taking it personal, but then come over here and you look like you're taking it personal. I even said when I first came on, this was for entertainment purpose. I just want to troll around and talk about stuff, but this is funny to me because I want to know how I could be jealous of anybody that has this characteristic. So everybody comes where they want to say. So you came over here, won't click the link, but you came over here to tell us or tell me that birds get mad. So who's mad? I think this is all funny. Yeah, at least hit the like button for the graphics. Yeah. You're being entertained? I'm being entertained by you because I think what you're saying is funny because you came over here and you're kind of serious a little bit of what you're talking about. So I'm just rolling with it. I think it's funny. You just triggered by some of the women in the sector, and I don't know why. Why you triggered? Cause at the end of the day, we all go home and sleep good. It ain't like we all meet up, you know, hey, let's go meet up for drinks now. Mission accomplished. Well, maybe we could do that. Yeah, it was a failed attempt. I don't know why he tried it because I don't get triggered. So I just think it's funny. I start, putting my fingers together and start trying to analyze what's going on. We're doing a Me Too tour. Brad, you're doing the Me Too tour. You going from chat room to chat room, doing the Me Too tour. You over here like, yeah, look at these ladies. They over here talking about Bird. Maybe I did this just to get you over here. You showed up. Here you come. Hey, how you doing? Now tell me how you really feel. Brad. Nobody on here is feeling victimized by anybody. It's just who triggers people. Ladies, they over here talking about
Lord.
Bird. Maybe I did this. Hey Carla, I can't hear you if you're here.
Can you hear me now?
Let me see if
Okay.
I can
It
hear you
says
now.
everyone can see and hear you. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn off the phone.
Carla, are you on mute?
No, I'm not
It's
on
like you're
mute, but
talking, but I can't hear you.
okay. All right. Well, let me go out and come back in.
Can anybody hear Carla? Really? You can hear her? I can't hear her at all. Oh, she coming back. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay. Can you hear me now, Joe?
Okay, say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I just want to know who heard Brad. Brad seems to be so pressed, you know, and I wish he would hit the link so we can talk about it. Maybe we can help him out.
Well, I think that the thing about it is Brad, all y'all need to be cooking and cleaning something
Girl,
right now. Oh Lord.
what are we gonna do if we already cooked and cleaned, Brad?
Exactly, Brad. It's Friday. What you mean cook and clean? I'm a
I
I'm
just,
a work I'm a working woman over here. What you talking about? This is my day off.
my goodness, he is really pressed right now. Brad, come on up here and let us help you, honey. You don't have to live like that. Brad, you're revealing more than you want to, sweetie. I don't know,
Brad,
but I'm just telling you.
Brad is just a male chauvinist, guy. He don't know we got clean houses. The bird over there, I can't tell if she showers or not because I can't do a 10 or 20 some hour line without taking no, bath. So I don't
Well,
know about that.
quiet as it's kept, Brown Sugar Baby been announcing, some of her issues along the in the cleaning area, I shall say. But
Yeah.
anyway, I haven't been up on a live stream in a while, y'all. I've had some things going on in my personal life that I needed to pay attention to, but I'm always in the clouds watching y'all. And I just wanted to say that I'm really, really proud of the work that's being done by the women in this space. I just love, the way y'all are stretching your wings, because I think that you guys as a collective are very talented, passionate, intelligent, and caring, and I think, as always, with the collective, it's going to be the women to pull us all up. And I am just excited and wanted to share that with you guys about the potential for what I can see. Because as you know, we are facing some serious issues as a collective. We have a rising crime problem. We have all this economic anxiety going on. And we are the ones. We have always been the ones historically. And I'm not saying that to say that I don't respect real Black men, because I do. I do. But I am just really, really, really excited about what the women can do in this space. And I just want to tip my hat to y'all. I think you're doing a great job. I think you're off to a great start. And I'm just here to encourage and support everybody, all of the women, particularly, because, that's just where my heart is.
Glad to hear that, Carla. But Brad over here, he got a problem with women talking
He
about we
does.
need to
And it's
go make
clear.
babies. I don't need to make more. I got a couple. I don't need to make more. Maybe are you making babies? Are you cooking
Mm-mm.
and cleaning, or are you over there letting some woman take care of you and you playing PlayStation all day? What you doing?
He
What you
sounds like a hot
doing?
mess. That's
You
why he
better
won't hit
clean
the
around
link.
it. You better clean around the toilet. You know what I mean? Make sure you get underneath it. Cause you probably pee right
Well,
on. You probably pee all on top of the seat. Okay, I'm sorry. This TV.
hey, Miss Carla, I haven't talked to you in a long time. How are
Hi,
you?
sweetie. How are you?
I'm great. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Money to Burn, QT, Keeper, Teresa Jackson. You ladies are great. Oh, and Brad, you're great too. You lady. I did want you to know, Brad, that I am here as a representative of the Women's Protection Network. Okay, we got you. I do have a free coupon for your breast implants. Okay, so you are going to need those first before you can actually have your application accepted. Okay, so I do have the free coupon in the mail. It's on its way. Don't worry. Okay. And you're good to go. We're going to accept you in. We've got you. I got to talk to eyes. You know what I mean? I don't know. But so far, so good. We did have a meeting about you last night, so you don't have to worry. Okay, we got you. Okay,
And I'll
I
throw
just
in
wanted
some
to say that.
maxi pad coupons for him.
Oh, thank you so much. See, look at God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
The universe responds.
The universe will always take care of the woman. Okay, so honey, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. I just wanted y'all to know that, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop off. Brad, I
Okay.
got you. Okay, baby, honey. Okay, it's all right. We got you. All right. You have a good day.
Don't worry, Brad. We got you. We got you, boo.
I know that's right, Brad. That's okay. I know you a kept man. Don't worry. I know you a kept man. I know you know how to make pork chops. Come on now. You gotta earn your living to stay. I mean, you gotta earn your stay. So I know, and you
But
know what?
but you know
You
what?
better be laying it down too. So,
On the flip
yeah.
side, let's thank Brad. Let's thank Brad for pointing out and putting a big old flashlight on the issue that we're dealing with and that we're trying to correct. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for being our example this afternoon.
Yeah, he trying to correct. He said he said we all birds because you know we too
We stick
weak.
together.
We too weak to attack on their own. I think I was in the chats tearing people up before all it is, but you
You
know.
were. You were. It was just one of the reasons why I love you.
Brad said he don't eat pork.
He is pork.
Exactly.
Swine.
Oh, you don't eat pork, Brad? I'm sorry. You eat chicken. You better listen. That when listen when your girl get home from work after you drive her and pick her up in her car, right? What I need you to do is make sure she has her bath water ran, all of that. You supposed to do all of that when you a kept man. You a kept man, Brad. Okay, I can tell by the way you talk.
Right,
You can
keeper.
tell. You could tell he a kept man because on look kept men are the only men that talk like that.
And he's
She
real
didn't get
tender about it too. So thank you, Brad. Thank you again. Thank you
she
for
didn't get
showing us what tender really looks like.
she didn't get you no she didn't get you that PlayStation 5. I know that them taxes is coming. I know you rubbing your hand like Birdman for all those kids that you claim, huh?
Josephine, you too funny.
Oh, that's fantasy? Bruh, you supposed to come back. You're not supposed to say that's fantasy. Like you're not supposed to get triggered. You're supposed to roast back. You're not supposed to say if that makes you feel good. You're supposed to say, well, something like, all your baby daddies or something weird like that. I don't know.
But you know what? It just goes to show you that birds exist on both sides of the gender spectrum, for real. Because Brad is our prime example this afternoon, ladies. He's just in here shallow and wild, just windmilling for no reason.
Brad, where your woman at? And don't let me she said Brad is Jody.
Teresa.
Let me find out that Brad lives with his moms. Brad,
And in a
now
wheelchair.
exactly. Brad, you live with your moms, sir. Come on now. You supposed to take care of moms. Moms ain't supposed to take care of you at your age. Come on now. Get it together. Get it together.
He'll
Let's
be
see
all
if Brad
right.
he'll be all right. Nah,
Yep,
but
he'll be all right. Well, we're going to change that up, Brad.
he said, I'm in control of your show right now.
He's
That
too
is
cute.
all the comeback I need. Birds get distracted very easily. he didn't. That's not his good. Look, he didn't have a good comeback for me. Come
Mm-mm.
on, Brad. All that trolling and roasting in the chat that you do, you could have came up with something way better than that. Come on now. I wanted it to be good because I like to play off of like a roast. Like you say something and then I come back. I can't roast you. You starting to get serious on me. Come on now.
Right. Right, money to burn. All the real men came in, paid their respects, and sat down and ate their lunch. This fool is trying to talk about folks' hair and everything else. Boy, you better go back on. You go away. Just go, honey. This is Joe's chat, so Joe got control of her. But if it was mine, your ass would have been in the atmosphere.
Look, that's all he wants. He's like, then he could go over there and say, hey,
He
uh-oh.
reminds me of Al. I'm serious. He really reminds me of Al. He's probably MGTOW.
Yeah.
He
Oh, like
probably is because he came in like that. My information is at the top of the chat. I felt like I was listening to Al say, but did you ever read my article?
Yeah.
Jesus. Exactly, Keeper. He is a bird. Like I said, they exist on both sides of the spectrum. And he is proving it right now. We in here trying to, enjoy this Friday. Thank God we made it to Friday. And this fool's in here talking about folks.
Oh, look at
If
this
you don't
new
take your little simple ass on somewhere, boy.
look at this new troll account right here. Oh Lord. They came all the way over here to talk about their disdain.
Hey, Bombay.
You knew, sir. You made your account in March. That's crazy. What was that? March 15th? That's a new account. You made that account to troll people. Why
Debt
don't you come?
collector.
Why don't you come back with your new name, your real name, sir? Oh, that's Mikey.
You're right, Teresa. The topic was, what does it mean to be a bird? And Brad showed up. Thank you, Brad.
The
Thanks, Brad.
topic was what a bird. He showed up.
Teresa be coming with the keepers. Oh,
Look,
Dr. Bombay, you in the DMV? I knew I liked you for some other reason beside the music. That piece that you and Speakeasy did was fire, man.
yeah.
I really liked it. And
Look.
Joe, I love your intro, girl. I heard that this afternoon. I was like, "Pop, pop, 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 okay."
Nah, I just like to just play around. This is just my play around channel. I'm just playing around and having fun and going live and then letting people chat in the chat or say what they want to
Yeah,
say and get on the panel without having to be attacked and extra trolled and whatever.
exactly.
I thought about that from the gate. So I just wanted people to feel comfortable, chat and just have fun and do they thing and they could roast, laugh or whatever, not feel like they being that's why Brad was able to come over here because he can roast and have fun in the chat or whatever. But I think he just had to
Right.
get that off his chest from what happened yesterday. Cause I think
Mm-hmm.
that um they see a shift in the sector. I guess they see women having their own channel and pages and just going live. It used to be the thing about it for me was is that it's very hard to come on a panel where a guy will just they like the back and forth and they don't know how to mute or the
Right.
person or they want to cause conflict on a storyline, so they want to kick you off the panel, bring you back on the panel, kick you off the panel, and play all those kind of
Right.
games. And then when you can create a space and you don't have to do all of that.
Yes, exactly. It's about a level of trust for me. And I feel very, comfortable in the space with the women, and some of the men. And I really like the fact that there are some real men that show up and, they support, what I think is the vision of the women in this sector. I mean, we've got spiritual healers in this sector. We've got people that can, talk and speak to violence prevention, legal advice, relationship advice, share some of our lived experiences. I'm just really excited about what the women can create for the collective. I just feel really, really good about it. And I feel that deep in my soul. And I just want to let y'all know that I will support you in any way that I can. I may not always be able to come up on a live stream or anything like that, but I just really strongly wanted to come on here today to just let you guys know that I think you're awesome. I love you all. And I have a lot of hope and faith in what you all are trying to create. And I will support you in every way that I can.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. I
All
think
right. Well,
everybody.
I'm gonna go ahead on and drop back down into my safe space, which is the chat where I
Oh,
can,
okay.
do my thing. But I love you and I appreciate you, Joe.
All right, thank you. All right, I think Brad rolled out. I think he didn't want to click the link. Oh, bye, Brad. No roasting. But anyways, no, I just was making a live, see anybody wanted to chat or have, a little conversation. But I was just curious on how anybody can, was, and I'll put it back up there on my little graphic back up here. I just wanted to know if this is an accomplishment. That's all. I wanted to know if this was an accomplishment, or was this something that any woman in the sector wanted to achieve, because that's the only thing that I can point out that was an accomplishment for her. Letting my dog in. I'm not jealous. I don't think I've ever been jealous of anything. So, I'm actually proud of people that have their accomplishments. So I'll just say this: if being a bird is being an accomplishment, I am proud of you. Star, I'm proud of you. Well, thank you, Debt Collector, for coming in here and for using your account that you made in March just to troll me. I think that's really cool. Brad went to go make chicken strips. Can you, Debt Collector? You might get blocked if you start calling all women birds. There's only one woman in the sector gets triggered by being called a bird. You know what, Keeper? There is a lot of cool men in this space. And there's a lot of men in this space who say things, and then if you kind of say something to them, they'll roll it back. And then there's some men in this space that just don't get it. And then there's just some men, that mental illness ain't, it's just too much. They'll never get it, especially if they don't have a good relationship with their moms. So you'll see that in the sector too. If you don't have a good relationship with your moms, I can't see you building a good relationship with women. Brad finishing his woman protection application. Brad is frying. What do you say? Fry cook at a Wendy's and his smoke. He's on a smoke break. Oh, is it? Is so? Debt Collector had a question. He said, "So, is it okay for call her a bird, but it's not okay for me to call all women birds? Make that make sense?" Okay. Well, let's just say this. I'm now calling her that because, well, I don't really call her a bird, but she's a bird because she calls women in the sector bitches. So here's the deal. She's triggered. She's not triggered when women call her a bitch, but she's triggered when women call her a bird. Bird is a epithet, and people in the sector is using it as an epithet. So when you come over here and call all women birds, are you calling them all bitches, or are you using it as an epithet? Because if you want to call me a bird, right, I would rather be an owl because I love owls. So think of me as an owl. Now, if you're using it as an epithet, no, I don't fit this definition of a bird. So they do. But I'm not one of those women that do that. When I call a woman a bitch, I'm using it as an epithet. It's a speakeasy. That's hilarious. Okay. So she's doing the same thing when she calls women bitches, but she has no reason to call women bitches. Like she had no reason to call a lot of she has no reason to call anyone bitches. When you get mad at a woman, you call them a bitch because you're mad because you can't outsmart them, right? Or you don't like what they say, or you have a disagreement with them. That's one thing, right? But running around acting like this will make you a bird. And the only reason why I came up with this is because she said I was jealous, and I'm trying to find out what accomplishment, what achievement does she have that I would be jealous about. So I couldn't think of anything. So this is all I could come up with. So that's a good question, Debt Collector. I know it's like comparing, like, okay, tit for tat, right? Hey, YM. Well, Debt Collector came in here under their troll account because they didn't want to come in on their regular account to try to make a comparison, to compare apples and oranges. So so what Keeper said here, which I agree with, is so no one should give the solo pushback for vulgar disrespect and lying. So what I was trying to say was, Debt Collector, if the girl is talking in circles and round in circles, being Smurfy, talking about this, talking about that, and doing this and doing that, right? And they're talking crazy, and you're trying to have an intellectual conversation with them. At some point, you're gonna get frustrated, and you're like, "Damn, you just a bird." And so you just go, instead of just saying, calling her all other names, they just say, you're just a bird. So, but my thing is, I just wanted to find a reason. I couldn't find any reason to be jealous, so I just wanted to know what it was like to be jealous. Hey, Max. So when I become jealous, I don't think this is a achievement here, but for her it might be achievement. So I just wanted to give her accolades. If she feels this is an achievement, I'm trying to give her accolades. So, and we all should give her accolades, because if this is an achievement, then we should never be jealous of anybody with these characteristics. I would never be what I would. Can you imagine this on your resume? QT said, I'm giving her accolades. Yeah, that's all she needs. That yeah, no one has time. You to be to legitimately to be jealous of someone, you have to be. They have to have some type of accomplishment that you feel jealous about, or some type of achievement. Not not Oh, you don't think that she's jealous? No, I think she's resentful. That's another word. I think she's resentful. She resents certain, she resents when she has an issue with other black women. She has an issue with women who have graduated, who have spent time obtaining degrees, um, who have higher comprehension skills than her. Yeah, I'm not like it sounds like I'm insulting her, but I don't know what terminology to call it, because that's me being real, because I'm a realist. You know, when you have a deficit in something, or when you're going against somebody that knows a lot more than you, you're supposed to listen. So, yeah. And so the only thing that she, have a problem, yeah, insecurity. Yeah, you could say that. Very insecure. Feels like everyone is picking on her, but they're not. So what? Oh, you must wasn't here when I started saying the purpose. Hey VP, my e-boo. But you missed it when I said the purpose of my live. I just said I'm just going live, talking, just talking about random topics and what's on my mind. And to clarify what a bird is. Didn't you read the title before you came over here? It would be nice if you came in here with your original account and not the one you made up. I'm not going to block you. Or unless you're lame G and you're already been blocked. That's the only person that's blocked here. So, yeah. People do a lot of those shits. Don't get it twisted. I see that every day. What are you talking about? YM? We were roasting Brad because he came in here and tried to change the subject. The Godfather is live. I demand you to shut down this show. Brad, let me tell you something. When that woman that's taking care of you get home, give her my number so that I could tell her what you do when she's at work. Okay, you supposed to be taking care of her and making sure the house is clean. What? The PlayStation got too hot for you, so you had to come back? Come on now. I can't roast you. Brad, come on now. Brad, did you take a shower today? Least you can do while you stand there rent free, living off that girl, waiting for her taxes to come in, is at least clean out the house. Why don't you go clean out them toys that the kids' room? Because I know some of them kids ain't yours. So go on over there and help, while they at school. Go on, clean the house before she get home. Teresa said Brad had to what did she say? Brad had to finish the dishes and take the chicken out of the freezer. Brad has to wait till she reaches in her pocketbook to give him some money so he can go to the store. Brad, did you get your cigarette and beer money for the week? Brad, Brad was washing his greens. So, Brad, COVID is over. It's easy, you know. You know what, Brad? You probably one of them dudes that tell a woman that she gotta go to eviction court to get you out her house. Come on now. She gotta give you 30 days to put you out. Okay? Taking advantage of that woman while she at work. Tired. She been on her feet all day. And you know, yeah, Brad has a care mate. Brad, I thought you was better than this. I thought you was better than this. You know, I got your whole life paid. You know, I know who you are. So shit, look, it's the 25th of the month. So them food stamps are probably gone on that card. But they coming. They coming. She'll let you, you know, she'll let you get the card and you could buy some more food. Wait, hold on. Let me I think this is Mikey. So hold on. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what
If
up, Mikey?
if your
You
friendly
made it over
neighborhood
here.
Spider Man.
You made it over here, Mikey.
I mean, this is not Mikey. This is the debt collector. You know what I'm saying? The debt collector
Yeah,
came to
Mikey.
collect.
Mikey, how you gonna bless us with the just hit the
I mean,
blunt conversation? You know, deep
I
weed
mean, I, I'm-
thought.
I mean, I'm not smoking right now. I'm just
Oh, you
chilling,
chilling?
having a clear mind.
Oh, you got a clear mind today. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I
But look, check
mean,
this out, Mikey. Check this out. If you don't stop that fan from going like it sounds like you in your car and you
oh,
got
that's
your
my fan. That's my fan. That's my fan. I'm stop, stop. That's my fan. It's my ceiling fan.
hey, get up there and screw that. Go up, get up there and
That's good
screw
money. It's
that
good
in.
money. It's good money. It's good money. If you hear the ice cream truck, that's the ice cream man outside. He comes here every day, every
Really?
day, every day.
All right, go outside and get me an ice cream sandwich.
I mean, yeah, alright. Not
how
today,
much?
not today.
How much do they charge nowadays? Like $3 for the ice cream. They used to cost like 50 cents to $1.
It depends what you're trying to get, cause he sells nachos. He just don't sell ice cream. He sell nachos and stuff like that. Basically, he got a store in his ice cream truck.
Oh damn, that's a
Comes
good
here every
hustle.
day. Yeah, comes here every day, every day.
That's a good ass hustle. You ever thought about doing that?
I mean, yes, yes, yes. But you got some people in this complex like to snitch. You know, you gotta have license to sell certain things. You know,
Oh man, I
so
know, cause if
you
it
got.
was up to you, you'll have a
Mhm.
whole candy store in your crib, huh?
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's just people like to snitch. People don't like to see people succeed type stuff.
Oh
You
damn.
know what I mean? So it's like that over here. You know, typical nigga shit.
Oh, so what's on your mind today? You interested in the
Now,
topic?
I mean, hey, you can't be cornered. What y'all should do is put your feelings to the side and say, let's talk to her. Let's see what's in her mind. Let's see how she feels.
Really?
You know, yeah. Everybody got to put their feelings to the side and see what
See,
she. You understand?
see,
Cause
Mikey. Here's the problem with this, right? What you're saying. Have you ever sat down and talked to a 5-year-old before?
I mean, yes,
Right? Yeah, because you got kids, right? You ever have like a
yeah,
conversation with a 5-year-old, right?
yeah.
Okay. How long do you think that you could sit there and talk to a 5-year-old? Like you can't really
I
politic with
mean,
a
it
5-year-old.
it depends. If you really try to tell them what's really out here,
Mhm.
then they'll cut. Then they'll probably,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
what if they
because
not
I
in
talk to
that
my kids.
environment?
You know, my kids could have lived. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this: my kids could have went left on me,
Right.
but they had a choice that I put them in their head. This is what's really out here.
Mhm.
You understand? Do you want to go to that path, or do you want to stay in the path I tell you to go to?
Right,
You
but you were
know?
you were having this conversation with them while they were 5 years old, playing with their
Yeah.
toys.
I
Okay,
told them everything about what's out here,
okay.
what to be a point of. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Your kid is probably from like a different generation, right? So in this generation, right? You can't get in the head of somebody that don't have the mental mind
You
to
can,
understand things. No,
you
like if
can.
it okay, so have if someone has a developmental delay or they have comprehension issues, like you know what I'm saying? Cause you know how people be in those learning classes,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So if the person never got any any benefit from those learning classes, right? By the
Hmm.
time they become older, they just get left behind. So you can't reason and sit down with somebody that's at that mental stage in life. So you have to kind of meet them where they are, right? So and even though she may not be able to comprehend these words on the screen, because I could have kept it really, really simple and I have to like use words, that are in like Dr. Seuss for her to understand it. But this wasn't for her. This is for the sector to understand what a bird actually is. So this is what this is about. This is just to reiterate how if this is an accomplishment, which means if this is like an achieve like a goal, like if this is a great thing to be, we're gonna give her accolades for being this. Because
Hmm.
nobody's jealous of being
I
this.
mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean that too, but like I said, y'all could talk. Hey, say, hey, girl, pull up. What's on your mind? Tell me what's wrong. You know what I mean? So
Oh
we
no,
could
it's
break this
it's
bullshit. You feel
it,
me?
it's past that. No. We see. Here's the thing. I know, Mikey. You like to Kate. You the voice of reason. right? Especially
Mm-hmm.
after you hit the blunt. You're the voice of reason. So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying, because you try to see the good in everything, you're a perceiver, right? You perceive things to be everything that it needs to be.
Yeah.
I'm a realist. And so
Mm.
what a realist is, I'm gonna leave
Nah,
her
I
where
could
she is.
I could be a realist too.
Right.
Ain't nothing
So
wrong with that.
so like
It's
so
nothing.
like, so like this. Let's say like you met some dudes, right? And they were
Mm-hmm.
they were dope fiends. Now you could
Mm-hmm.
tell them to get off of crack all you want to, right? You could tell them to get off of crack. You could tell them where to go to get off the crack. You can show them how to get off crack, all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they just happy being a dope fiend. Now, is being a dope fiend an achievement?
No, until you tell them, okay, do you want to go a path of death? Because this is what could happen.
And
You
then
know
they
what I
tell
mean?
you that I'm gonna die anyway. So when
Okay,
they
then.
tell you that, you leave
Mm-hmm.
them as dope fiends. So let's say this. Let's say she's a dope fiend, right? And if people have already gave her the skills to not smoke, told her what she needed to do to not smoke, and she's still gonna smoke, right? And then have the nerve to turn around and say you're jealous because I smoke, right? We
Mm-hmm.
going I what I'm doing here is saying you smoke. This is the definition of you being a smoker, and I'm not jealous of you being a smoker. So let's celebrate that you're a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything to stop her from smoking. Let her smoke all the dope. But look. But I don't want to smell this. See, I'm not gonna smell. I don't want to smell the dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to smell the smoke. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
leave her just where she is.
Okay, that I understand, but it's hey, say hey, what's good, girl? How can we fix this? Because this shit is too crazy. You know what I mean?
It's just too crazy for you. It's too crazy for you. Yeah, it's too crazy for YM too. She left.
I mean, you see, I could be a person and say a whole bunch of fuck shit
Uh huh.
about women.
Right.
I refuse not to because I don't want the fuck shit to come my way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
So, like, you know what I mean? It's just like I said, man. All y'all need to come together and talk. Keep it a buck.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
it's that's below my pay grade.
It cannot be below your pay grade. It can't be. It
It's
can't
below
be.
my pay
It can't.
grade.
It can't be. Because if that's the case, then everything else is below the pay grade.
No, that's below my energy.
Okay, then that's the case. Then everything else is below my energy too. If I
Yeah,
sit here
because
okay for every woman, if I sit here and say every woman, you know, you know what I
man,
mean?
look, you can't please everybody, and you can't make everybody happy, Mikey.
No, you can't. Some people you can, some people you could, some people you can't. Right?
Well, Mikey, listen. I'll take you into account, but I'm back to roasting because that's what I came here for. Now you could get your
No, ain't
roast
nothing wrong
on
with
if that's what
roasting.
you want to
Ain't,
do.
ain't nothing
If you
wrong with
want to get
that.
your little roast on, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for some trolls to come in the chat. I was roasting Brad T. He wanted to be on my radar, but I'm waiting for a little bit more trolling to come in. See how my trolling works offline versus in the chat.
Hmm.
Here comes Pastor Vic. Let me. All right. Hey, Pastor Vic.
What's up, Witch? How you doing?
Doing
Yes,
good.
sir.
How's
Yes,
it going?
sir.
Another day, another day. Good day off work, chilling, relaxing. Everything, y'all having a good day so far?
Oh yeah, I'm having a good day. How you doing? And Pastor Vic,
Not bad,
you
bad.
echoing. Are you in both places at the same time?
Hold on, I'm still echoing right now.
Okay, no, you're not now. Okay.
Okay, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I am lovely. I am lovely.
Mhm.
You are lovely. So how you
Uh
feel
huh.
about my topic about bird?
Oh, what's the word? Bird. Bird is the
Yeah.
word. Bird is the word. Nah.
Bird is yeah, just like you remember Timberland, bird. Bird's the word.
Crazy.
Nah, I
No,
think
go ahead.
what you about to say, Joseph?
No, what the topic was, I don't know if you came in was so I'm this is the definition that I came up with for bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to find out if this was a accomplishment, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if this is an accomplishment, would this be an accomplishment anybody would be jealous of?
I I I would think no one would want to accomplish have been that in their life. you know, I me personally, I think this is below a person. You know what I'm saying? Being called a bird. Know that we are all been blessed with common sense if we use it correctly, and awareness
Mhm.
and discernment if we use it correctly. You know what I'm saying? And so being called a bird, I think that's a low blow. Me personally, this me. I wouldn't want anyone to achieve that type of accomplishment of being a bird or being or call themselves a bird. I think if you are a bird or you say, "Yeah, I'm a bird," this and that third, I think that you lack confidence in some area. I think that you have low self esteem. I think that whoever you around, you know what I'm saying, don't, you know, push you or not even that you don't encourage yourself like you need it or have confidence in the person that you are or in yourself. So being a bird, oh nah. Oh nah.
Yeah. So
If you
for
understand what
me,
you don't yeah. Mm-hmm.
no, for me, like I was saying, a bird is an used as an epithet, and is actually used
Yeah.
when people typically get frustrated with someone who is behaving in a manner that is just you know they just feel like they're just obsessed, morally corrupt,
Yeah.
and their only recourse is to say, oh, you're jealous, or you don't like me because this and because that, you know.
Mm,
So in that case, you know, th- you know, I just wanted to put it out there that nobody, if you have jealousy in your heart, which I doubt you do. A lot of people are not
mm,
jealous. There's some resentful people in the world, but if you have jealousy in your heart, I just want to point out that this is not something to be jealous about right here.
mm. Oh nah, I totally agree with you. Like I would be jealous of that. Shoot, I'd be praying for. I'd be like, you got to come up, sister, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to become a bird and be so naive to things. You know what I'm saying? And then use yourself of, oh, I know I'm so nice. Oh, woe is me type of excuse every time. You know what I'm saying? You get caught up with something. I think you get to a certain point of age in life where it's like I can't use that naive or innocence presence to justify why I didn't know that was coming or why I participated in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that we gotta get to a certain part of our life where we have to come up in our mindset, come up in our thinking, and just be accountable for some stuff.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I'm saying?
we're
And
we're
stop.
too we're
Yeah,
too old. We are too old. We some of us are pushing. I'm not pushing 50, but some of us is
yeah,
pushing over 50 years old, and still don't know how to apologize, don't know
yeah,
how to say they're sorry, don't
yeah.
know how to take responsibility for their part in situations, and that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
any decision I ever made in my life, I always try to see if it was something different that I could have done.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Some
also,
yeah.
yeah.
What was my
Listen.
role? Right?
Mm-hmm. I feel you. I totally agree. And also, pride can be a big factor too, because pride comes before the fall. And sometimes our pride get in the way of us acknowledging where we are wrong at, or what kind of activity we put ourselves in, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, pride,
Like I feel
if
like
you're
I
not
feel like
careful,
every like
can
I
really
feel like
hurt you.
everybody has that in the sector, the pride. They can't put their
Yeah.
pride to the side, and you know what I mean? That I could see. It's a lot of, people in the sector that they got their prides up, and everything, can't put
Yeah.
things to the side and say, hey, what can we do? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a lot of that. It's a lot of people, got their prides up,
But there
you
also
know?
is a level of manipulation too. Because
That too. That too.
what I was also trying to point out, and I'm going to use you two male gentlemen as my example, and hopefully any men in the chat can chime in on this. And I just want you to
Mm-hmm.
think back when you were like kind of younger. When you meet a girl who's very very pretty or attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you find out that she's kind of like, she's too superly nice, extra friendly. It's kind of like an easy, you know, like you're gonna be, she's approachable to you. Is that correct? Like she becomes way more
Okay.
approachable.
Okay. Okay. If I tell you, put your prides to the side and go talk to her, would you do that?
What
Put your
pride?
feelings to the side. Put your feelings.
I don't have any feelings. That's what you don't understand.
Okay. Okay. So put that pride to the side and
I don't,
whatever how you feel and talk to her.
I don't have any
Can you do
feelings.
that?
I don't
Okay.
have
Then
any
put the.
feeling. See,
Okay. So
see,
put the pride to the side.
what I'm doing is I'm an analyst. I'm analyzing the situation. So there is no pride or feelings when you're analyzing. You're just taking, what it is and what it is. So I'm gonna ask
Hmm.
Pastor Vic the question. So when you were a young man, right? You went to
Yeah.
college. So you went to a HBCU, and you
Right.
see there's a lot of beautiful women on campus, but
Oh
there's
yeah.
like, if there's one that's really really pretty, but she doesn't seem like she's worth, she's a little bit more hi guys, to the men she becomes a easier target, or she becomes more approachable. And then it isn't until you start talking to her, you realize like, oh wow, oh yeah, I was just trying to get in those draws, but you know what I mean?
Listen, I totally agree. And for the note out there, I'm in my late 20s.
Okay.
People be like, I'm a young man in my late 20s, so
Right.
I'm just gonna
Mm.
put that out there. But I understand where you coming from in that perspective, as far as a lady that is very naive, um, nice and friendly, and things like that, airhead, or don't
Right.
got it all, as we said, or the dome is loose. And so it's
Right.
like you see a girl like that, it's like, ooh wee, Lord pray, Lord keep her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sad when girls like that, they get taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So much, and it's like for
Yeah.
so long they get so caught up in that because of their looks. And it's like once you get past the looks, it's like what she has to offer. Other than her
Right.
looks and her body, she don't got nothing else. Nothing mentally, nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing. No conversations or intellectual. Like ain't nothing up there, but just straight air. Ain't
Now,
nothing up there but air.
what if I told you that there are women who capitalize on that but have nothing but air in there, and they capitalize on it? So it's like, for example, they've gotten so taken advantage of, before,
Mm-hmm.
where now the same like men around her is saying, oh yeah, they just mad because you're you're pretty. They're just mad. Those women are hating on you. And really it's because just like you think she's an airhead, so do the women.
Nah, you see me, I'll be like, look, girl, if you feel like that, go pull up on her. See what you
Nah,
gotta say.
we have
You
a
feel
mature
me?
conversation here.
Nah, but you know,
Mikey.
if I was, I would have told Star, look, go pull up on her channel and go chop it up.
No, we're
Don't
not
hold no
talk
punches. You
we're
feel
talking
me?
in general now. Okay,
Yeah.
Mikey. So in general, right? So you have an airhead as, airhead as woman, right? And men have been taking advantage of her and she ain't seeing it. So other women are like, "Hey, check this out. These men are taking advantage of you because your comprehension skills ain't on work, you ain't working with nothing, right?" And
Mm-hmm.
then so you need to not give that man any. You need to make that man work for you. You need to do this, you need to do that. And then she go back and tell the men, and the men were like, no, they just jealous of you. Nah, they just mad because you pretty. But what they really was trying to do was empower her into being able to make conscious decisions. And they noticed that she might be a little bit flighty, and they didn't want her taken advantage of. But then you got men who are like, nah, don't tell her that, don't tell her that. Yeah, they jealous. So she goes back to the women. They you're just jealous of me. You feel this way. You're this, you're that, and we're like, man, okay, then let them take advantage of you then.
But and Josephine, and I think with that type of mindset, a woman like that don't have an identity or assurance of herself. And people like that in life, like I said, not a lot of men take the men that have a mindset like that. They do whatever they want. If she out there willingly giving it out like that, hey, that's on her. But I think that type of mindset lacks identity in who you are. And that lady or somebody need to be in their life to really empower and assure her if she's willing to receive that from somebody. People like that, they don't have those type of real people in their life like that, because number one, they already castaways because they're already airheads. So when you around them, it's like, okay, boom, it's she who she is, woody woo. Look, she for the birds. You know what I'm saying? She for the streets. So we're gonna leave her at that and not really take that time and really help her get to where she needs to be.
Sorry, can you hear me now? Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
girl that we're talking about, clearly she has very low self-esteem. Okay. Clearly, she came to this resolve. She's bothered by being called a bird, and the word bird is being used as an epithet. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Clearly it's being used as an epithet only after frustration, you know, after a whole bunch of, just getting frustrated with explaining this is how things are. But then there's a level of manipulation with this whole birdiness, right? Um, Trying to stand out from the rest by causing chaos and causing a lot of confusion, talking greasy, um, attacking, things that they know that will get under the person's skin, instead of saying, "Hey, I don't like,
So
when
so
you."
so 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 you could say two wrongs don't make a right.
But who said it's too wrong? When
Two
you,
two 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 wrongs don't make a right. Come on,
well,
come on.
let me say
She say
this.
one thing and somebody else says something else.
But
Two
here's the
wrongs don't make
thing.
a right,
But here's the thing. You
right?
can't tell a person how to respond to somebody.
Okay. You call her a bird and she say, "Look at these bum bitches."
No, no. She said that first.
Okay, it still
So
doesn't
she
matter. Two two
started,
two wrongs don't
listen.
make a right.
She if
Come on.
you let me give you an example. If let me give you an example. You need to go over there and tell her two wrongs don't make a right.
No, I'll tell her.
Because
I'll definitely tell her. I'll definitely
here's the
tell her.
thing.
I'll
Because
definitely
here's the
tell her.
thing. I'm only analyzing and talking about the situation. By Pastor
Mm,
Vic. I'm only analyzing and talking about the situation. Okay. I'm talking about somebody who's caused so much chaos and confusion in in this environment, lied on people, made up stuff. Oh, okay. Lied and made up things to fit a storyline, and cause a lot of friction and tension in an environment, and then try to use it under the guise of trolling. And then when their feelings get hurt, they make up more lies and become very disrespectful because they don't like being called out on their shit. If I call you out on your shit and call you to the carpet, right?
mm-hmm.
Um, and you respond negatively, then I'm done with you. But what you do after that is go from place to place to try to have other people attack me, then
No,
I'm
I'm gonna
getting
go to you. I'm gonna
right.
go to you. I'm not gonna go to everybody else.
Right.
You
So
know?
that's what happened. So that's what happened. So you got somebody in the sector that acts like a bird because they believe that because they have a physical feature that is desired by men in the sector who decided to stroke her ego, right, for clicks and giggles, or an opportunity that they didn't get. Now we're being attacked. So, or now women are getting attacked, and or
Women
she's
be attacked every day, every single
right,
day,
but you don't use
24/7, 7 days a week.
but you don't use trolls and other
Mm.
men to try to attack women, and that's what she's doing.
No, I know, I know. And you got other
Right,
countries that's controlling women.
right,
Come on.
and if this was like, if this wasn't YouTube, right? If this
Hmm.
wasn't YouTube and this was real life, she would have been got her ass kicked. And that's real. She would have
I
been got her
mean,
ass kicked. Like literally, there's stuff that she said that would literally got her punched in the face.
no,
Because all women aren't built the same.
that is true, but oh man, I understand what
Okay.
QT QT says some shit right there. Nah, I know what QT trying to say, but hey, they both said some shit to each other.
No, but she ain't never said no shit like that.
Man,
Don't
come
get
on.
it twisted. Listen, let me tell you
Okay,
this.
if somebody says, "Yo, Mike, good mother," hey, you know what? More
They
power
crossing the
to you.
line, you know that. So
No,
if
no,
somebody's,
I be like more power to you, cause
hey, let me ask you
I
this,
don't get in my
Mikey.
feelings like that. You feel
Mikey,
me?
have you ever lost a parent before?
Yeah, I lost my mom's.
Okay, so you lost your mom before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So a dude comes in your face, right?
Hmm.
And you ain't been, you heard he been talking greasy about you, but you ain't confront him, you ain't said nothing,
Hmm.
really. And then you just like you talk to the dude, you say, look, bruh, it is what it is. Leave it alone. And then the person sees you and they say to your face, well, how your mom, you know what I'm saying, say something about your mom, you gonna hit him in his mouth. You ain't gonna think twice. You might think
I'm gonna
afterwards.
snap back. I'm gonna snap back at him. I'm gonna say something
Exactly.
that he's gonna want to make it hurt me. So I'm gonna say
Exactly.
something. I'm gonna
Now you gonna
say
hit him
something
in the
to him.
mouth.
I mean that
And
too,
you
but
gonna
I'm gonna say something that's gonna punch his nerve. Something that's
you
gonna
gonna
hurt
hit
his
him.
nerve.
No, you gonna hit him in the mouth. That's all
No,
I needed to know. You agree with me. Don't justify the
nah,
behavior.
nah. I
I
know. But
yeah.
hey, I'm a punch, not punch him, but I'm gonna hit him where it hurts.
Right.
Okay, he
So
said fuck my
so
mother. Yo, fuck your mother double twice.
so that happened.
You
So
know.
so 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 what I'm saying is that we reached a consensus here, which means that we agree. You gonna hit the dude in the mouth. And if a person said the same thing to me and they was in front of me and not way on the internet in their house, my knee-jerk reaction now, is to get probation and hit them in their mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
She would have got hit in the
But hey,
mouth for that.
I'm a cut ass for him real hard for him saying that. You know,
She would have
I'm a
got
cut
she
ass
would have
on
got
him.
she would have got banged in the mouth. Let me just tell you that. If you said that, and especially, and I lost my father too. See, the thing about
Hmm.
it is that you can't crucify women that have good relationships with their parents. Period.
Hmm.
Especially, and I lost my father too. Carla. That you can't crucify women that have Carla, you gotta stop the YouTube. All right, okay, there you go. All right.
Thank you, Joe. I just wanted to just pop up for a minute because a lot of us, and I'm talking to Mikey right now. Mikey, I'm not throwing no shade on you or anything like that, young one, but I just want to say that a lot of us are dealing with issues in our personal lives. For
Hmm.
me, I really had a problem with what Stargate said last night, and I'm gonna tell you why. I lost one of my baby sisters. I'm the oldest of 8 children, okay? And
Hmm.
I play around on YouTube. I do a lot of different things for distraction, but I'm a very sensitive and loyal person. And when that woman brought up Nikki's father last night and attributed her thoughts to what Nikki's father would feel about his daughter, it fucked me up. It pissed me off. Now, my sister died on January the 20th. She was 56 years old. She died in her sleep. Her baby girl had to come into her room to wake her mama up and try to, give her resuscitation after she realized that it was, her mama was gone. You feel me?
Hmm.
And so, you can come over in here and say whatever you want to Josephine. But the reason I came back up is because, baby, what you talking right now don't mean a damn thing. That bird was wrong. She can have a problem with Nikki or whatever, but to reach
Hmm.
so low, so gutter, to say something about a recently departed loved one. And Nikki is an only child. Her father was her whole world. I will never respect her, and I will never respect anybody that comes in and tries to represent her. So
No,
you can take
I
it
know, I
how
know, I
you
know,
can
I
take
know.
it.
No,
You
no,
can
I know,
take it
but
how it is. I really don't
okay.
care. But that
No,
thing
no,
hit me
I
hard
know,
because
but.
I'm listen,
Hmm.
because I am still dealing with my sister's overnight death, and she was a Christian. She believed in the Bible, and she lived that life. There was over 1,500 people at her funeral. You hear me? There was over 1,500 people at her funeral. I had to fly out and fly back because I'm in a medically compromised position. You feel me? But what I want to
Hmm.
tell you is that unless you walk in somebody else's shoes, and for the recently departed, we are still dealing with memories. I still see my sister as a child. I'm the oldest of 8 children. Okay. And I was a parentified child, which means I acted in the role of the mother. Okay? And I still see that child, my baby sister, as a child. I don't even see her as an accomplished chemist, which she was. Okay? So, for that woman to reach down to that level of the gutter, I have a problem with it. And I don't give a fuck who comes in and tries to cape and fly for her. If you do that shit, you got a problem with me. Nikki didn't deserve that. That bitch is thirsty and she's wrong. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drop back down. Josephine, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm trying to exercise my patience muscle. But this man, Mikey, and I like you, Mikey. I really do, because you a laid back kind of fella, and I feel you on that. But baby, you wrong on this point. You are fucking wrong.
No, I understand what you mean. I understand, but what did Nikki said about her pops?
I don't give
Nikki
nothing.
Nikki didn't say
Nikki
anything
Am I
about
on?
her dad.
Can y'all hear me?
She did
Yeah, I
not
can hear you.
identify her like that.
Yeah.
This woman knew that this woman had recently lost her daddy, who was her whole entire world. And Stargate is a low lying bitch for that.
Oh Lord.
That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, she lied.
I'm with you. I'm look, Carla, I'm with you. And
Mikey, I'm sorry, QT. Let me just tell her. Let me just tell him that. Mikey, the one thing that I'm trying to point out to you is that she's a liar. So
and she's dirty. She
and she never said anything about her father. Yeah.
And that wasn't called for. And I don't respect no woman that dips that low over some YouTube shit to hurt somebody. I'm sorry. My values are higher than that, and I will never fuck with a dirty bird like that.
In that order, Mikey, I want to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
The fact, this is Cutie. The fact that your comeback was, what did Nikki say about her father, says a lot, and it's not.
She didn't have a father. That's not Nikki's fault.
No, but Carla, let me finish, please.
Okay.
We're not even. It's irrelevant what she had, and I'm talking about what he just did. All right, to come back with, but what did she say? See, that please don't be offended. I just gotta say it like I mean it, right? That sounds like something that my 13-year-old grandson would say, trying to defend himself, not knowing any better. Now, here's the bigger thing that I want to point out. I think it's kind of messed up that you are not accepting the fact that we have a choice on who we fuck with and who we don't. It should be okay that we decided, whoever decided. Because when I say we, I don't mean like, oh, everybody in here, we on the same. I'm not saying that. Whoever has decided not to fuck with her, we have the right not to fuck with her. And we don't need nobody coming over telling us that we fucking wrong and how we need to fucking talk to her again. Do you know how many times we have tried to talk to her? Do you know how many times we've asked for her? Hey, guess what? Let's just stop this shit. Just stop talking about me. Let's just stand there. Do you know how many times that have happened? And then let me tell you this. Let's just say it's 300 people in here right now. And all 300 people said they agree with what the fuck I just said. Meaning they've heard this shit over and over. Nobody else is going on panels. Fucking recycling the same fucking story. So when you say let it go, dude, we have tried to let it go, but at some point, we're just speaking and nobody being in feelings about the speaking when it comes to her ass until she do some reckless shit like she did last night. That was foul. It was funky. I think you're out of order to come back with, but what did Nikki say about her father? Fuck that. Yo, that's not cool at all. Because at the end of the day, that tells me you don't know everything. But if we all can sit up and we all pretty much got the same story, we all are on the same accord, we just don't want to fuck with her. Don't take us by the hand like, oh, come on now, y'all make a
Don't do
I
that.
Gotta motherfucking be nobody's friend, and I don't want to, especially grown as I am. I don't even do that to my children. I don't do that to my grandchildren because there's a sense with children and animals. People they just don't fuck with, okay? You think I'm
Yeah.
gonna make my animal be your fucking friend? I'm gonna make my grandchild be your fucking friend when something didn't happen? When enough of something didn't happen, when it's consistently something happening, and I'ma still say, well, you know what? Because what you're doing basically saying, oh, we should just go get fucking abused. Look at here.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
wallow in her own fucking abuse, nigga. We're not trying to be abused with a grown ass motherfucker. I'm
Okay.
sorry
You
that I
fucked
talk
up,
like this,
Mikey.
y'all,
You
but
did. And
that
you know,
shit got me hot right now.
right.
And that's just because of what you said to Carla after all of that. This woman lost her
Mhm.
sister, gave you that heartfelt story. And you know it's heartfelt when she didn't even see her sister as a grown woman. I know,
No.
woo, that's serious right there. That
She
means
was
she
still
thought it
my
was her
baby. She
little
was still
baby
my baby.
sister.
She was still my baby.
Yeah.
And there's times today that I break out crying when I look at pictures of her because she was a Christian and she lived a good life, y'all. She lived a good life. And the thought of her 20-year-old daughter going into that bedroom and trying to revive my sister, it's heartbreaking. You know, there's real shit happening out here to real motherfuckers. Okay, and I don't like to talk like this, but y'all got me in my motherfucking feels right now. And I want to tell you, Mikey, if
Yeah.
I am still in my feelings, I don't have no hard feelings against you, but you on the wrong motherfucking track right now. You on the wrong motherfucking track because what that bitch did last night, been bringing up Nikki's recently departed beloved father, was wrong and it was foul. And I don't
Yes,
want
it
nothing
was.
to do with that whore.
Yes,
And
it
I don't want
was.
nothing to do with you if you continue to support her.
Can I
Now,
ask Mikey a real question though? I'm just curious because I don't know if it was asked. I've been in and out because
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
kids is
no,
on
go
high.
ahead,
But
go ahead.
Mikey, real question.
Go ahead.
What is it benefiting you for you to try to convince us who just are
Mhm.
politely walking the fuck away? Right? We just walking the fuck away. What are you getting out of it that you feel the need to come and convince us otherwise?
See,
I try to see things in a different light, you know. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Have you?
trying to
Oh,
see
so
from
are
the
you one of those
One
kind of
is
guys? I gotta stop him. So you one of them kind of guys that don't take no for an answer. That's what it sounds like.
No, I could take no for an answer. Ain't nothing
It
wrong
don't
with
because
seem
that.
you're
like it because
saying
No, no,
we're saying no. We're saying
no,
no, no,
no.
no. We don't want to fuck with her. No, no, no. And you're saying yes,
Mhm.
you will. Yes, you have to. This is how you ought to do it. You ought to. But I don't hear you over there talking to her like that.
Oh, I'll talk.
right.
I'll
How come
talk to
y'all
her.
don't have the same heat for her?
Hey,
Why aren't
sis.
you
Mhm.
saying the same things to her? Because she
I'll
is the
tell her.
one that's creating the problem. She's starting the
Mhm.
problem. Nobody's talking
Mhm.
about her. She finds every place she can go to talk about us. And then when somebody claps back at her, she acts like the victim. And all of y'all want a cake. Not all, but only you and a handful of y'all want a cake for her and act like,
Mhm.
something is wrong with us. When are you going to have that same smoke for her?
Oh,
well,
T3, you know why
I'll
he
definitely
can't?
talk to
You
her.
know why he can't?
I'll definitely
Because
talk.
she'll
I'll
cut his
definitely talk
ass
to her.
off. Because she'll cut his off.
No, no,
See, we're
no,
actually
Exactly.
giving
no.
That's
him
the
an
no.
reason.
ear.
That's
We're giving
please
you an
shut her
ear,
mouth.
Mike, and you don't even understand that respect.
Nah, I'll talk to her.
I'll
I'll
say
definitely talk
this.
to her.
I'll say this. Mikey,
Mhm.
you're welcome in everybody's space. You know that everybody, no matter where you go in everybody's space, right? And
Mhm.
but with her, she can't take criticism because 9 times out of 10, like she said to me, she's never wrong. But she's always wrong. So she doesn't want to be wrong about anything. But she actually literally told me that she's never wrong. You can't reason with a puppet. And you can't reason with and like everyone it has been calling her, you can't reason with a bird because
Mhm.
birds are morally corrupt and they're morally bankrupt. She doesn't have any morals. When you don't have a moral compass or you have no integrity, which she doesn't know the definition of any of these words, she'll have to look them up and she won't. But when you're those things, you can't reason with a person like that. All you can do is just keep it pushing. And the reason why I'm discussing this is because she's a prime example of what women go through when interacting with other women, and it's just a discussion. Now, are there any other birds in the sector? Maybe. But So far, there's only been one. So I just like to discuss why, I mean, what this is, and why is it, why all the women are discussing this. This is just a topic. Like I said, I'm a realist. I'm not emotional about it. But when this bird made the comment about Nikki's father, I lost my father too. Her reasoning was because she said something to her about her. No, those are lies. And what she does is she tells lies. She has no receipts, no proof,
Because
with
she wants to
all
justify her bullshit.
with all the receipts in the sector, with all the screenshots in the sector, and me being in most of the chats just reading. No one, only a few people knew about Star and her non-existent relationship with her father, and Nikki wasn't one of them. And Nikki never has said anything about her dad. But what she does is she tells a lie that she can't back up to justify attacking someone that she is threatened by
Hold on.
because she's intelligent.
And Mikey, why should we be here to parent a grown ass woman? This shit came up way back in the day when she was with Smoke. We would say little stuff like that in the chat, like, "Yo, why are we as grown women coddling another grown woman?" And then we back down because we got talked about. And this is another reason that this is going on. T Free said the women don't get heard. We don't have voices. Just simply typing something like that in the chat, we get dragged. But it's just common sense because you've even kind of made like why are we here to parent her? Guess what? If we want to walk away, you know why it's okay? Because she got all y'all. She got all y'all to parent her. Y'all be the cheering goddamn team. Y'all be the pet squad. Leave us the fuck alone if you don't agree. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like our choices to not fuck with her, then why fuck with us? And
That's
trying to
my thing.
convince us that we ought to be her fucking friend.
That's my girl. You said it better than I couldn't have said it any better, because I don't understand why the women are getting so much pushback for just choosing not to deal with her.
Yeah,
Like,
we
what
ain't trying to drag her. We don't have to do lives
grown ass
about her.
woman.
We just simply just tune her ass out. So it's like if we drag her, we get dragged. If we don't want to deal with her, we get dragged. It's like we can't fucking win. And again, this is the same shit we was talking about. Why is a man in this type of shit?
That
You know,
part.
it'd be different if you was
Why are
bringing some
niggas
value.
stepping in this shit?
Yeah,
Period.
like this is between the females. This part
We
of
can
it, and
handle women shit. We don't
hello.
need y'all's. We don't need y'all to step into this unless we request you, and we haven't, because we're strong enough to handle this.
And we don't have to throw rocks. We don't have to be mean to her. We just choose to walk away. And I think, like how you saying, what, how y'all the pull up. And I know you meant it metaphorically, okay. But I'm saying is, okay, we're choosing the better option. We don't even want to pull up. We don't want no parts of her. There's no reason to try to convince grown ass women otherwise. That's why I ask, what is it benefiting you to come and mess with us to try to convince us to deal with her? What's the benefit? And I don't want to appear a long drawn out. Well, I just feel like I should, we should look at it. No. I need a specific. What is the benefit for
And
you?
the benefit to you, sir, not us. You, sir. What is your benefit for telling us what the hell we supposed to be doing? Please tell me.
I
Your
just have
benefit.
my benefit is, for me to understand the women a little more.
You don't need to understand us. That's not your concern.
I'm raising women, so I'm understanding of women a
This
little more.
particular conversation is not going to help you understand women. Period. You just need to sit back
It could,
like the rest of the men are doing and just
it is.
watch and stop giving us advice.
But
We
Mikey,
don't need your advice.
if you were trying to understand in this situation for your future situation raising females, the first part of the lesson for you would be to listen You understand that? It would be to listen. It would be accepting that we are mature enough to make our own decisions, which is not to fuck with her. See, that's your lesson
Mm-hmm.
if you really here for that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they have mommy channels and things like that on YouTube. Are you aware of that? That's a real
No,
question.
yeah. I'm aware of
Okay,
that.
wouldn't you think that would be more conducive to your life lessons for your daughters and perhaps even some females in real life that could help you navigate that? That's a real question too.
No, I understand what you're trying to say. I'm definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. But I like to see things from a different light. You know,
But a
you
different
know what I
light, you
mean.
said you're trying to raise your daughters and that you're trying to learn how to
Well,
navigate that.
let's ask Mikey this. Mikey,
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
when you get a chance, ask your daughter how would she feel if you passed away and some bird attacked her by saying something about you.
Then I told her, don't respond. Don't respond
No,
to the
no.
negative. Keep
Ask
it pushing.
her how she
Keep it
would
pushing.
respond. Don't
I
don't
told her
tell
keep
her
it
what you would say.
pushing.
No, no, I didn't say tell her something to say. I said just ask her how she would respond. Then you can have that conversation with her on
Oh,
how
then
to
I tell her. Then I tell her you
that
gotta
was just
Girl,
understand
he ain't
that
why
was
even
just
people
a
do.
question.
he
No,
did
no.
Mikey.
I'll tell her why people do what they
Mikey, you're
do.
missing it.
You know what I
Mikey. No, no,
mean?
It went
Mikey.
over your
Mikey,
head,
you're missing.
Mikey.
Let me slow it down for you, Mikey.
Hmm.
When you click off, okay?
Hmm.
Are your daughters home right now?
They in school.
Okay. When the daughters get home, when they come in the door, ask them, how would you feel if I passed away and
Hmm.
somebody came up to you and said, whatever, whatever, whatever. She really wants you to ask the question. We
Right.
don't want to know what we want to know what the child is going to say.
Right.
Okay? You
Well,
got it?
she gonna keep it pushing. She gonna take it as
No.
you know what I mean.
Oh, so
She
you
keep it
already
pushing.
see, so you don't okay, we got it now. Are y'all clear? He
We didn't
doesn't
figure it
listen
out.
to women. He's not here to
I heard
find
what she
out how
said.
to raise women.
I
I
No,
heard
think
what
because
she said.
you
I heard
just
what
told
she
us what
said.
she's going to say. We would
I
like to
I
think
hear
heard
from
what she
her
said.
what she would
No,
say.
I heard what you said. I
is
heard
it
what you
fair for
said.
me? Is it fair for me to say that Mikey that you're Smurfy a little bit?
Nah, I heard
Hey,
what you
look,
said.
can
I
I
heard
go?
what you said.
Damn,
Look.
I
I
wish
heard
the
what you said.
4-year-old, I wish the 4-year-old was awake right now because I would ask him straight up, what would you do if
Nah, I
mommy
heard
and
what
daddy
you
passed?
said.
And he would be able to fucking tell you.
Nah, I heard what you said. I heard definitely heard what you
That was
said.
meant to be an insult too.
No, I heard what you
No, but
said.
I'm just saying,
You know
Mikey,
what
is
I
it
mean?
fair, Mikey?
I'll tell her, don't pay attention to the negative. Let them say what they want to say.
Mikey,
We
You
don't
know what I
care
mean?
what you would say. We want to know
Mikey,
what she would say.
Mikey, is it fair that to say that
Hmm.
you're Smurfy?
I mean, hey,
Like,
freak it,
like, like, Mikey, is
freak
there
it,
like honestly,
freak it.
honestly, just be honest, Mikey,
Nah,
is it
nah, hey,
fair?
freak it,
Is it fair
freak
to
it.
say that
I mean,
that sometimes
I've been called worse. I've been called
no,
worse.
no,
That's not
no.
the only thing.
I'm not
So,
insulting you. I'm just telling you
nah,
like it is. You
Well, I
know,
did insult him, but
yeah, he insulted, but I'm just telling you like it
nah,
is.
but
Is it
I still,
possible that you know what? It doesn't it feel good to be in a space where there's a lot of people who have intellectual minds
I mean,
online?
I could dive into that. Ain't nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. I
Right,
could
but
dive
isn't
into
it,
that.
cuz is it difficult to be around people with intellectual minds in, like in where you are because
Hmm.
sometimes when you go online, you come into a space, you might be around with people who are quick-witted.
Hmm.
They got a lot of common sense, a lot of street smarts, and they book smart at the same time. And so sometimes when you come to the space and you're just street smart, it frustrates people that are all three sometimes.
Hmm.
You know that, right? Because like
Yeah.
all three, because being street smart is one thing, but when you get in the realm of dealing with people that are intellectually and on
I've
on
been
a
I've
different
been
level.
I've been with people that's intellectual. I've been,
Right,
you know what I
but
mean?
when people are very
I've been around.
intellectual,
I've
they
been
get
around.
very frustrated with you
Mm.
because you have a simple way of thinking.
That's because I don't want to be like, okay, yes, I do agree. Yes, I understand. 100%. I understand what you're trying to say. 1000%. I understand that. You know what I mean? Definitely understand that. But at the same time, like I always tell my girls, don't interfere nigga shit. Don't involve yourself into nigga
But you
shit.
overhearing women
You
shit.
feel me?
Oh my God, how ironic.
All right,
I
well,
mean,
Nigga,
Mikey,
wait a minute.
okay.
Nigga. You said,
Damn.
wait, hold on. And you know what? I'm going to take my whole headset off and everything. Nigga. You said
mhm.
what? You tell your daughters not to get themselves in nigga shit?
See how
Get
I
your
caught
ass
that
off
shit?
this panel then, my guy. Get
Right,
your
dude.
ass up off this panel.
You fucked up,
Without
Mikey.
nigga.
So what you trying to say? Explain that.
I just said
Because
it. I said it before she even. I'm gonna let T pre handle this, but Mikey, I said to you as soon as it came out your mouth. But you over here in women shit. So now you gonna ask her what she meant? Well, let me go and
I
release
like the
the mic.
challenge.
No,
I like the
let me
challenge.
release the
I like the
mic
challenge. I
so
like the
she can
challenge.
go ahead and tell you
Mike,
what the hell it is. Go
Mikey,
ahead, T pre.
Mikey, I'm gonna let you go so these women will
Mhm.
not tear you up in here. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on
I'm
the
going to go ahead and
panel.
mute because I was
I
going
mean,
to
I
tear
mean,
your
I've been
whole
through
case
worse. I've been through
first.
worse.
I
That's not the only
know,
thing. I've
but
been through worse.
that's not the whole point. You
You know what I mean?
distracted. But I'm gonna let you go. But thank you for coming up on the panel and giving us your insight.
Thanks, Mikey. I'm about to do some
All
yoga
right.
after this shit. I got to release my mind, soul, and spirit, child.
All right, bye, Mikey. So
Can I
anyway,
can I say this though? I
yeah.
gotta give Mikey credit, although he on some fuck shit with some
He
of what
tried
came
it.
out of his mouth. I'm gonna give him credit because unlike the bird, he didn't go off, try to, he stayed the course. You know what I'm saying? Even though, he in his own little world, that's the best compliment I can give him. Okay. All right then. I'm gonna mute now.
Well,
No,
I
I'm
said
just,
I said what I had to say. I just just it's no it is challenging because you
I was like, did he just really?
he's
Oh,
just combative on purpose. You know what I'm saying? He
some of these
just
guys love to jump out in the fucking field with, like, in the line of fire with these women, and I'm like, honey, nobody ever taught these men to stay the fuck out of women's business. Like, I don't know, somebody has never taught these dudes this. I don't know what happened, but
Well, it took me out when he made that last statement, though. That took me all the way out. He said,
that
I
was
teach my
about to
daughters
go.
to
I was
stay
about
out of
to go
nigga
all the
shit.
way in on his ass.
I know
But
it. I know it. I'm taking off my headset. Oh my lord. That's why I was like, oh, it's about to go.
when
It's
you
about to get bloody.
yeah, but the thing about it is that Spy was like pull little tink tink. It is kind of like it's hard, to dumb yourself down to talk to certain people. And the bird is one of those people that I just cannot do. I'm like, what word don't you know that I can explain it, that this is what you are? And then she just gets called a bird, and then that triggers her, other than the fact that people are saying that she's not that smart. But I think she's used to hearing it. I think she heard it a lot of times in her life, and that's what triggers her. But I think she purposely said what she said to Nikki to hurt her, because she's hurt because
Absolutely.
the women aren't feeling her like that, because she, instead of her saying I am sorry, that I'm not, I should just be quiet, I shouldn't say anything when I don't know what I'm talking about, she rather figure out things about you and then try to attack you. And that's what she tried to do. And that's like when she tries to and it's hilarious because she makes fun of the way I sound, right? And I'm like, I'd rather sound like this with a huge vocabulary than it sound like her with barely any vocabulary.
Ooh, that
Doesn't
part
even
hurts.
make any sense. And I can't even imitate her voice because I would have to go one alter, I have to go this way or that way with the voice to sound slower because she talks slower than me. I may sound sleepy, but she talks slower. So how are you making fun of someone's voice? And I didn't make fun of her voice because I know she has some type of developmental delay.
Oh, ouch.
So I don't make fun of people with developmental delays like that. So,
Yeah,
I was trying to spare her.
she pulled her
Yeah.
switchblade out last night for sure.
Yeah. She
Saying
tried
that
it.
it was like, yo, that's what you're doing. Even to say she never brought up her father or husband. And I was like, but and then she went on to say everything she said. I'm like, see, when you ain't never had a husband, you don't understand speaking sideways, right? You don't have to say husband, right? When you talking in a way that she was, it's like, girl, you are still talking about her husband. You are still talking about her father.
And she did say those things on the panel, and she did bring up this woman. She don't know Nikki from a can of paint, but I'm gonna tell you this. She's the one on the internet under a name. She ain't under her real name. Nikki's
Hmm.
under her real name. This
Mm-hmm.
girl is under a username, just like a lot of us are,
Mm-hmm.
right? So for her to attack Nikki like that, it is personal for her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's very intimidated by women that are smarter and outspoken, right? And she don't want, and then the problem is because once a man is done running through her, then he goes and he sits down and actually has to talk and do a lot more to get a certain type of woman like Nikki. But with her, it don't take much but a couple of text messages and a porno. That's all
Mm.
it takes.
Damn. Well,
And the thing about it is I never said what she did was right, but take responsibility that you should not have been cupcaking with no man at like that. When he came at you, you should have said, "No, thank you." Now, me personally, if he would ask me if I was thick, I would have said, "Is your mama thick?"
hmm. Yeah, say some smart shit. But I have a question for you when you're bringing that up. I was just curious because I had seen this somewhere. I don't know if somebody put it in the chat. Bottom line is this: how did any of us ever become aware of the text messages in the first place?
We became aware of the text messages because once she felt like she was violated, once most did what he did and she felt violated, then she wanted to expose him. And she thought by exposing him
Mm-hmm.
that it would make her look good, but it didn't.
Right,
And
and
it doesn't look good
yeah,
on
and
both
that's
sides.
my whole thing. The way everything twists and turns, it's as if they got leaked. So basically, it's like, girl, you put them out there. So when you put the stuff out there, you put it out there, it's going to be under scrutiny. Just like the shit we're saying today, right? Everywhere we go on a panel, we're putting ourselves out there, our words for
And it
somebody
was
to
and
dissect, criticize, whatever, right?
right, and it was just comedy gold. Like when we saw it, it was funny when we saw it because it's the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that when she exposed those texts because Smoke deleted all them text messages. He wasn't saving them, but she was saving them for a reason. And women that when they save text messages like that, she's going back reading through them because she's rehashing and remembering the good the attention that she got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know what, I'm not, here to, because this is in, I'm not here to judge anybody, but if this was real life, there's no way that, on both parts, there's no way after that would have happened, Smoke would have never had a channel again. He would have been off the internet, because if I was his woman, he would never be online again for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I probably
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be with him. But I mean, for her, if if I was, that woman, I would just, I would tell her, listen, you was sitting on the internet with my husband, period, and leave it like that. I would have checked her. I say, you don't care about me, because if you was protecting me, you would have came to me and said, hey, Miss Smoke, I don't feel comfortable, or do you feel okay with me talking to him at this time of night, because I just wanted to make sure. That didn't happen. What happened was he was creeping at the middle of the night while she was up in the middle of the night, and she was happy to be there, and she was lying, saying other people was talking to him at the middle of the night when they wasn't, to
Mm-hmm.
justify what she did. And you don't have to justify all she listen. If Star came on here, and I would respect her, if she came on here like, yup, I sure was talking to him.
Right.
I I was talking to him, and yup, shoot, shit, yup, and
Exactly.
we would
Exactly.
respect.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But see, that's what grown women do. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He'd be like, and shit, he was texting me. I'll say, okay, and what? You know, and
Yup,
that would have
and
been that. But
and
her
and
trying
when
to
he
have
thought,
all
and when
these
he jumped
feelings.
out the window, I'm gonna expose all this shit. Look what he was saying to me, and I
Right.
sure was eating it up too. I would be saying, just, I'd be like, yes, I sure was. I believe. You know how she is. I believe in polygamy.
Mm-hmm.
I
Thank
don't
you.
have no morals.
Something. And see, and that's the part that everybody be forgetting. It's like, she knows the polygamous lifestyle. Okay. So it's like, that's why I always like, damn it, that's why I always put no sister wife. I always put it in there because it's like, yo, that wasn't in her mind, this strange thing. And like people say, no, you wasn't trying to keep him right. That's not your place to keep him right. The same thing we're saying, it's not for us to parent her. That's crazy. That's not our job. It's like, girl, he's a whole married man. That's for his wife to do,
But
not
but
you.
she'll
But you
always.
liked it. Just say it. Like I was enjoying the attention. Shit. Period. Point blank. Y'all know I'm lonely. I ain't got no mans of my own. That's all you had to do.
She don't mind being a side chick, as long as she knows about it. She don't mind.
Hmm.
So that's her place. She don't mind being a side chick, because I mean, nowadays.
Well, this is my last shot at her ass before I get off, and I keep saying it. So the people here is on record. Like I said, she's already talked about being in a polygamous relationship. So when I make the comments that, oh, it takes 5 vaginas under your roof to keep a man, I meant that. That's exactly what I meant. And then, oops, you still can keep him. You got gone. Okay, that says everything. But you want to talk about folks and they husbands, and you ain't never had a ring on it, not once. But everybody else is a sex machine. Like Brown Sugar said this morning, everybody else is a sex machine. Everybody's trying to get you to do, corrupt you and your morals. Girl, where? And that's my parting words. Thanks, Joe. T Pre. I don't know who else is on the line, but
That's
I'm gonna
it.
drop down so I can fix these children something to eat while it's still early. Okay.
All right.
All
I'm here to
right.
get off of here too. I
All
appreciate
right.
you having me on the panel, Joe. I just had to get up here and address that. I mean, because and I understand. I get it. I think there are some guys who just don't want to. I don't know. I can't even. Girl, listen. I'm not even gonna act like I'm gonna pretend to break that down because I don't know. At the end of the day, nobody has the right to tell anybody how to move or what to say or what to feel or any of that in these YouTube streets. And that's just it. As long as it's not morally hurting anyone else, it really doesn't matter. But for all the ones who are actually morally hurting someone else, it seems like you would want to say something to them, especially if you are a man. Okay. You're going to need to have that same energy for these men, or at least be some type of assistance in the situation. And that's if you are asked for it. Okay. If you are not requested, mind your business. That's all I got to say. I mean, as far as with women are concerned, it's not necessary.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for coming up, Miss T. Pre. I really appreciate you. I
All
appreciate
right.
Carla. I appreciate QT for coming up. Keeper for being in the chat and holding it down. And all the other Teresa, Danny, all you guys who came over here to have this conversation. And even you, Mikey, even though you're Smurfy, you know, that's your new name. Yeah, and Maibu and Vesper. Thanks, Max, for stopping through and everybody else for stopping through. But the whole point is this. I mean, yeah, I have fun. I roast. Sometimes I try to say real things in between that sticks. But at the end of the day, is it really that serious? I mean, because all we have to do is disengage. I mean, we said what we said. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. But I'll just give one piece of advice. Women in this sector, and I'm speaking mostly to the women, right? We have a knack of saying things and then checking for a response. We don't have to do that. We say what we said and we keep it pushing. We don't have to, go on the other side and see, oh man, what they saying about me. I really don't know because I start tuning them out once they start being sensitive. Once there was no accountability taking. Once I saw predatory behavior. Once I saw people trying to get people into engaging in activity that may be almost somewhat suspect and illegal. So some people are smart enough. Some people are smart enough to come back later. They say, you know what, I don't want no parts of that. Let me leave later. And I respect you guys for that. I'm that way. Some people just there to laugh and have a good time, right? But understand that there is a borderline also, don't get caught up in a lot of the, back and forth, right? The attacking and this and that. When a lot of us women decided to make a channel, we did it because we made a space so that when we get on a panel, we didn't have to be kicked off a panel or have some guy whispering in our ear telling us what to say or how to act or how to respond, right? So it kind of made an even playing field. So yeah, I enjoy the men in the sector. I really do. I like going over to their content. There's a lot of them I still support. And if you're being, you know, um, if you're genuine, yeah, I support you. Have fun, laugh in your chat, roast in your chat. But even I have boundaries. So just respect the boundaries when someone says this is not something I want to do. And worst kind of worse, if you become too sensitive, just block the person or unsubscribe or take a break. All right. You have options too. You only can control yourself, right? So, take heed to some of these things that I'm telling you. And yeah, I still will be roasting in the chats. I still will be having a good time because that's what I like to do. As much as, going live, I like to go live just so you guys will have a place to chat, in between all the other content. This is just new to me. But I just like for you guys to know that wherever I be or wherever chat I go into, I'm there to just have fun, but I do notice everything. So you guys have a good night. Not a good night, a good afternoon or whatever, because I'm going to let you guys go and I'll see you guys in the chat, in other people's chats. And what I'll do is I'm going to hopefully replay my video clip and then I'm going to let you guys go. But I'll see you guys in the chat or on another live, okay? Bye.